Welcome to Vision Forward's Tech Connect Live, connecting you to the world of assistive technology. And now, here are your hosts, Corey and Luke.
Hey, look, Corey and Luke. I'm Carrie. Here's Luke. And this is the Corey and Luke Show. It's the Corey and Luke Show. It is the Corey and Luke Show, and we come to you live every other Thursday. Do you know what
Sometimes.
time? Well, that's true. Sometimes we're on vacation.
Because it's been 4 weeks, I think, right? Because has it not? Were we here 2 weeks ago?
No, we had Wordle 2 weeks ago. You're thinking of the 4th of July break.
Yeah, that's right.
But no, we don't have a break for a while.
Do we not?
Well, I don't know. It depends if we change the schedule of the show.
That's a good point.
But I don't think there are any holidays coming up anytime soon.
That's sad, Cole.
Not on Thursdays, at least. Well, there's some holidays from work, at least.
Okay, what we got? Next holiday?
September will be Labor Day.
Okay.
That's a day off.
That is contradictory.
Well, it's celebrating all of the labor we put in. Now, I didn't want to tell you, but I don't believe your level of labor got to a point where you get a day off.
Gonna have an hour off?
Well, I believe you're currently at 8 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome.
It's Thursday, and
It
we
is
are
Thursday.
back. And here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, sadly, it is raining.
Is it? I didn't even. Oh, the way. Yeah.
Well, it might not be. It might just be overcast. But either way.
Could be snowing.
It
It is
drizzles.
On and off.
Jonathan
rain
has
today.
confirmed drizzle.
Yes.
So that's sad. But how is the weather where you are? Please put it in the chat. Corey, I just came back from a vacation in Guatemala.
I know. I can't imagine how fun that was.
It was a very good fun. And we went during the rainy season.
Oh.
And so you got really nice hot weather
Yeah.
up until about 2 o'clock or so. And then the rainstorms came in and we got some
Does
storms.
it do it pretty, like, almost every single day?
Pretty
Expect
much,
some
yeah.
rain? Okay.
It's pretty regular. And then you get rain for a couple of hours and then it's nice again.
How was the food in Guatemala?
Fantastic.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Food was absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
And we visited Tikal, a very large Mayan site, saw some fantastic pyramids. You might remember, Corey, that I do have a predilection for getting lost in ancient archaeological sites.
Yeah, that usually is not the best for you.
No, but we did enjoy our time. And yeah, saw Antigua, a very nice colonial town. It was all in all a good time.
Yeah, would you go back, I'm assuming?
I definitely would go back.
Okay.
And I will tell you one thing though, Corey.
Yeah.
The distance from Guatemala City to Antigua is, I think, about 20 miles.
Okay.
How long do you think, in a motor vehicle,
Okay.
it took to travel those 20 miles?
Well, I know you mentioned that traffic is insane around there, so
Yep.
I'm going to take that into account. I would say 2 hours.
Uh,
Hold on.
3 hours.
That's a
Getting
good
off
ton.
the flight, bearing in mind the flight is only 4.5 hours to fly from Chicago to Guatemala.
Is it that? I mean, is traffic that standstill
It's
or what?
so bad.
I mean, to go
Amazing.
30, you're talking an hour, I mean, that's crazy. I can't imagine.
I know. So anyway, top tip, if you go to Guatemala, rent a motorbike.
I was just going to say, I'm guessing they're flying through all the parked cars.
But you also, not only do you have to rent a motorbike, but you also have to be a bit crazy because, honestly, you take your life in your hands.
Sure.
But anyway, if anybody has been to Guatemala or lives in Guatemala, please let us know in the chats. But we're not here to talk about vacations, Corey.
No, we're not.
Wait, Jonathan has something to say, I think. Jonathan, you don't have a microphone, so I will relay your comments.
Typically, we can hear. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
We have 3 comments.
Three comments.
About how terribly hot it is.
Oh, wow, okay. Where, so
In
people are
Guatemala
relating
in
it's hot
person or
where
just-
they are. No, just where they
in
are.
general. Okay.
Where are people? In England?
In England?
Don't lie to me. I'm from England, and it does
are?
not get hot in England. This is a blatant lie. Okay, what else?
Ever? It never gets hot in England?
I mean, all I remember is rain. I mean, I haven't lived there for the past 13
Sure.
years, but all I remember is rain and drizzle and sadness.
Wow.
What else do we get? So, hot in England, hot in Texas?
Arizona.
Oh, Arizona,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, it's great, yeah.
Rockford.
Hot in Rockford, Illinois, okay.
From the lake.
No, very good. Well, I'm glad that you're all enjoying the nice warm weather. Anyway, Corey.
Yeah.
I hear there's a company that used to be called Facebook.
That is true.
Now they're called Meta.
Also true.
Probably a big mistake. Just
To
saying.
change their name?
To Meta.
Yeah, maybe.
How many people do you know who care about the metaverse?
I don't think the metaverse is going to take off like one thought the metaverse would.
So why did Facebook change their name to Meta? Because they thought the metaverse was going to be a big thing.
I don't. I always thought. Did you read Ready Player One?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
at
I
least
did,
seen I always thought, whenever I hear metaverse, it immediately makes me think of the Oasis in Ready Player One.
Yes,
Is that?
yes.
I mean, is that sort of the thought? I mean, obviously, Ready Player One
That is very much
future,
the
but
thought.
is that what the
very
end
much-
goal?
That's very much the idea. Sadly, everything they've shown was just bad and stupid and pointless, and everybody laughed.
Okay. Well, and I'm assuming that's more of a limitation of the technology today. And I suppose people have seen Ready Player One. Like they have that preconception in their mind, and then they're like, "Oh, this is meta. Look at it. It's a stick figure walking
Exactly,
around."
and people just don't care. I mean, there's not enough good reason to put a big VR helmet on your head.
Well, and you think like I hate to keep coming back to Ready Player One, but like the Oasis came about and was popular because of the dystopian, world at
Yes,
that time.
that makes sense.
So like,
Well, it should be very popular now then.
Well, but, it's a different level of dystopia. But I wonder, there's just, I don't know that there's a big need to jump into the metaverse at this point. Like,
That's true.
What do you, is what you're escaping bad enough? But anyway,
Yes,
I guess
no,
there's a whole different
We're perfectly happy with the real world. But anyway, this company have partnered with Ray-Ban,
Yes.
the manufacturers of fine eyewear, Corey. Just the finest
They actually
sunglasses.
do make good glasses.
They really do,
Yeah.
And together they have created the abomination known as
The abomination.
the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Actually, what are they called? The Meta Ray-Ban? The Ray-Ban
Ray-Ban
Metas?
Meta glasses,
Ray-Ban
and then they have a couple of different models, right?
Yes. Which model do you pick up, Corey?
We have the Skylar that we are currently using.
Famously named after the lady from Breaking Bad?
No, Skylar Gray. She's a singer that always works with Eminem.
Oh, of course. Okay, sorry, my
Skylar
mistake.
White? Like, that's actually pretty close.
Skylar White.
Skylar White, yeah, from
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I don't think any of those are true. They probably
not.
just thought Skylar was a cool name.
Which it is.
But I think I think that it doesn't really particularly matter what version you have. I think it's just looks, right? I mean,
Yes.
the brains, the capabilities, what it can do are all going to be the same no matter which
And that's what we're
style
going to
you
be
pick.
looking at today.
Yeah. So you may have, for those who watch our channel, which I know everybody does.
Well, everybody who's watching does watch our channel by default.
That's very true. Doesn't mean they watch the video, though. They might just be watching now. But we did a produced video on the Meta glasses a few weeks ago. Actually, it was probably our best performing video.
Oh, yeah, it did very well.
That we had released. But
Yep.
we did a kind of overview of what you can expect from the glasses. And kind of what we thought today was like, first and foremost, Luke and I are not experts when it comes to these Meta glasses. We haven't worn them long enough. It's not, I haven't gone and, spent 3 weeks totally trying everything out. And so what we thought today was that we'll kind of dive in and do a demonstration, but also just try stuff and see if it works. I've had Jonathan put together a number of test things between a plant that we're going to see if it can identify, some products from the kitchen, some printed things, especially some things in different languages. And we're just going to literally see live what happened. We didn't even test it out. I will, if we pull back the curtain, sometimes when we do Tech Connect Lives or produce videos, we will test things before we shoot the video. This time we didn't.
This is
we're going
genuinely
in,
riding by the seat of our pants.
Correct. So I'm buckled in. Are you buckled in?
No, I'm strapped in.
Okay, that's right. So yeah, we're gonna dive in and just see. So first and foremost, the Meta glasses, I think they range around the prices around the $400 range. I'm assuming there might be some differences depending on what styles you get.
Maybe what lenses as well, Corey.
Yeah, if you're doing transition or if you're...
I'll just mention that up front. I was watching a video on them today, and somebody pointed out that you might want to get the transition lenses if you do have usable vision, because when you go inside places, then wearing sunglasses might not be ideal.
Yeah, or the reverse, like the ones we have are just just clear.
Yeah, that's right.
So going outside, you'd have to then pull them off to put on sunglasses.
Yeah, exactly. So it might be worth considering the transitions if you do have usable vision, just to make them a little bit more practical in various different situations. And I assume that adds on to the price, but...
I would assume so, too. Yeah. So the glasses themselves, no matter which version you get, are going to pair with your iPhone or Android phone using the MetaView app. From a voiceover standpoint on iPhone, it's completely accessible. I haven't had any issues with it. I was able to pair my glasses. I've been able to update them. We'll talk about integrations and doing some of the settings in a little while, but I was able to do all of those. I haven't tested it on an Android device with TalkBack, so if anybody's watching now or even down the line when this is archived, if you've been using the MetaView app with Android and TalkBack, just drop a comment if that's accessible. I bet you it is. I mean, it's not a very complicated app at all. But once you go through the pairing and setup on your phone, you're kind of ready to go at that point.
I'm ready to go all the time.
Yeah. As I mentioned, within the app, there are some settings you might want to go in and do. There are some things under communication that allow you to make and receive phone calls, text messages, which we'll kind of demo here in a little bit. There's also some integrations with Amazon Music, Apple Music, WhatsApp, Be Calm app.
What is that for?
I think it's like mindfulness and meditation. So you can kind of get into that as well. And so once those are all set up, those are all kind of just one-time things. Once they're all set up, you really don't need to interact very much with the app then outside of potentially doing updates, although if you turn automatic updates on, you're good to go. So, all right, once they're all set up and they're good to go, we can put them on.
That's always a good first step.
And once we have them on, they actually just, first and foremost, they're going to just act as a Bluetooth speaker for your phone. So if you're doing voiceover or talkback, you're going to get that coming through your glasses. It is stereo speakers. There's one on the left and the right. And what I will say right off the bat, you know, Luke, that I dislike...
Everything.
What do I dislike?
Everything.
That is very true.
Yeah.
I
bone
dislike
conduction.
bone conduction.
Yes.
They don't, they're not very comfortable. They don't sound great. These are not bone conduction. They have the speakers right in the, what would you call these?
Well, the technical term is side, but a lot of people call them arms.
Okay. Really? The technical is side?
Yeah.
That was the best. Again.
No, that's true. It's real.
I know. I just laughed. That's the technical. The side of the glasses.
How about the prongs?
Oh, the prongs. There you go.
Yeah.
That's where the speakers are located. I believe they're kind of close to the ear, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're not getting bone conduction, but you have them right there. But you still have your ear free too, so you're able to hear what's going on in your environment. So first and foremost, I love that part right there. Being able to just use them as a Bluetooth speaker as you walk around and listen to music and things like that.
And Corey, how is the audio quality for music?
It's actually not bad.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's better than bone conduction. It's not as good, obviously, as wearing earphones, but I was pleasantly surprised. The stereo speakers make a big difference, too. That's kind of nice. Really good clarity. Obviously, there's no bass whatsoever, but I was quite surprised on the quality of the glass, of the sound quality.
Nice.
The only sort of downside I want to just quickly say when you're using them as a Bluetooth speaker or just even interacting with them, because it's not bone conduction, there's a lot of bleed through, right? I mean, a lot of people in your environment are going to hear whatever you're doing on the glasses. So if you're sitting on the bus or whatever cranking tunes, like everybody's hearing it. Same with phone calls and all that.
I mean, people do that anyway. They just take their phones out and like blast tunes through their phones.
I know.
I feel like people just don't care anymore.
It's so, you're 100% right. And I just can't, I don't know, it's so weird. I am not that person.
No, I totally agree. I think it's just disrespectful.
Yes, but be aware you are going to get some of that.
Yes.
Before we do some demo, I brought your favorite part of the glasses.
I call this Colin the Case.
Named it.
For those who are familiar with Ray-Bans, and I've only ever owned one pair, but I believe that this is their standard case.
Are they like known for that? Because I saw a bunch of things like, oh, you get the standard, it's so cool.
This is their iconic case design, shall we say?
Okay.
Yeah. And it looks exactly the same as it would do normally. Maybe a little bit more rigid. Possibly. Yeah. But the cool thing about it, it's a smart case, charging case. Not sure exactly what you'd call it, but there's a little LED on the on the magnetic clasp here that tells you the status of the glasses inside. And then on the bottom, there's a USB-C port. And so you can plug in, and on the back there is a little button for, I assume, syncing.
I think it's the pairing button.
Yeah, the pairing button, but really, just a really nice, thoughtful design because it's completely within the Ray-Ban design book, but with the additional parts that make it work for the glasses. So yeah, pretty cool stuff.
And I think it makes sense because I find the glasses to be one of the more stylish sort of glasses.
I mean,
with
they literally just look like a pair of Ray-Bans.
Yeah, which I think is very cool.
And I have to say though, Corey, I think you picked the wrong style.
Yeah.
Because I saw some of the other ones, maybe the Wayfair ones, those ones I thought were actually a nicer, even nicer style.
I should make a little quick side note, and we will talk about this, but these were sent to us as part of
that's right.
A part of a startup company, a Giga, and we'll talk about them as well today too. So. I should say
that's a good point. So you didn't actually have a choice over which ones you
correct. These I haven't. So, all right. In the case, it's I think to me I think of AirPods case where you use the device for a while, fold it up, put it right in the case, and then it charges it up from the case. So obviously the glasses themselves have the battery, but then the case has a built-in battery too, so you can kind of recharge them as you're using them.
Quick aside here, if anybody who's watching knows the answer to this, please put it in the chat.
Okay.
The question is, and it is a pun, okay, what do you call a man who is always ready for anything? What do you call a man who is always ready for anything? Put it in the chat if you know. Jonathan, did you have something else from the chat?
More from the chat.
Okay.
Please.
2 industry updates.
Oh.
Have you guys heard about Orcam?
We have heard rumors. We've heard mixed things. We've heard, number one, that they're shutting down their vision division.
I can only find one source for that story.
According to Orcam, though, that is a lie.
We didn't want to comment yet because I don't think anything official has been. No. It's all rumors.
Orcam have denied the rumors, so that's all we can say about that right
now.
There
is a second industry news.
Okay.
So Thomas in our chat was explaining that it's kind of odd that Ray-Ban and Meta did this sort of collaboration.
Sure.
When Ray-Ban is owned by the same people as what is it? Humanware? Humanware is owned by the same company that owns Ray-Ban.
Okay.
Why did they not do a collaboration there?
Well, because Humanware doesn't have an artificial intelligence, so I don't know what that collaboration would have been.
And this is a mainstream collaboration, not a blindness.
Yes,
so
that's a good point.
we're looking at this as a mainstream device, but obviously we're looking at like how can we take this mainstream device and what benefits are there to people who are blind or visually impaired. I think it's interesting though that the same company that owns Ray-Ban owns Humanware. I had no idea about that, but I wonder then if, depending on how these go, is there going to be a trickle down, right? Is Meta and Ray-Ban, and can it trickle down to Humanware?
The Prodigy glasses?
I find it interesting, totally side note, but Humanware is probably the only company that really doesn't have a wearable.
No, that's a very good point. And I think they were distributing somebody else's wearable.
I think they were at one point.
But I mean, you could have a pair of Ray-Ban Meta glasses that have the Stellar Trek built in. They can play your Bard books and get you to your destination.
My Victor Reader Ray-Bans.
Oh, that's actually a fantastic name. Okay, if anybody from Humanware is watching, please do make some Victor Reader Ray-Bans. That would be great.
Actually, it would be really cool.
Yeah, no.
All right,
Anyway.
so we've got them on. I've got them paired to my phone off to the side here. First, let's just do some real basic stuff, right?
Okay.
We can say, and you're going to hear there is a trigger phrase that I do need to say for it to start listening. Hey, Meta, what time is it?
It's 11:20 a.m.
Hey, Meta, what's the weather today?
In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the weather today will be rainy with
Told ya.
increasing chances of thunderstorms throughout the day. Temperatures ranging from 70 to 82 Fahrenheit and humidity between 85 to 96%.
Ooh.
Stop. All right, so one of the new features that it's doing, and I don't know, I'm gonna watch it today. It'll continue to listen.
Oh, it's like Siri.
After you are done, in case you have another command, but I want to find out how that affects like conversations. Like if you're in the middle of a conversation, is it going to think you're trying to do something?
If anybody
track
has
that
been
today,
having fun with Siri doing the same thing, then please let us know in the chat, because that's one of the most frustrating new things about Siri. It's just listening when you don't want it to.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, God, so annoying. Anyway, so basic stuff.
All your basic stuff, right? Time, weather, date, pop, all the things you'd kind of expect. Yeah. So the other one, I guess we could go on. Well, what should we do? Should we do music or calls texting? Which one do you want to do?
Well, the music is identifying music?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's playing music?
No. Yes.
Okay.
Playing music.
Right.
And you can. It's interesting. So from the experience I've had so far, within the MetaView app, you can connect it to Amazon Music, Apple Music, and Spotify. I have Amazon and Apple Music, so I've connected to both. My testing and my understanding is that with Amazon Music, you cannot ask for a specific song or playlist. You know, if you have Apple Music and you have your own playlist, it'll build. Instead, it's just building its own. So you tell it kind of an artist, and then it'll build a station. Apple Music, though, you are able to just search for specific songs and play your own playlist.
And now, so you pay for both of those services, and normally with Amazon Music, you would just be able to play whatever specific song you want.
So I don't know why it doesn't yet have that integration. But what's really interesting, and people put it in the comments if you have gotten this to work, but you're supposed to be able to ask what song is playing.
Yes.
And I cannot get it to work. While I'm playing a song on the glasses, I'll say, the trigger phrase, and I'll say what song, and it continues to tell me to use an app like Shazam or SoundHound or something like that. So I can't get that to work.
Even though you just did an update.
Even though I did the update, we're completely up. I'm using Apple Music because it looks like it's potentially only with Apple Music. And then I also tested, just as a side note, tested it like from a song playing in your environment, and that didn't work either, which I didn't expect it to, but I thought it would, work. But
so, did you want to just demonstrate playing a song?
Yep. So I have a playlist on my.
Do you know what
Music.
though? We're probably going to get a strike on our channel.
I'm not going to play it very long at all. So now, one quick note: we're going to see what it does. Sometimes when I ask it to play a specific playlist, it plays not the one I want.
Okay.
So we're going to see what it does the first time. Hey, Meta. Play Ultimate Mix Playlist from Apple Music.
Playing Ultimate Mix.
Oh, it did it right.
Nice.
Good. So here it's playing. Hey, Meta. Next.
Hey, I was just starting to enjoy that.
Weezer. Ooh, MIA. Hey music. Hey music. Hey Meta. Next. Hey Meta. Volume down. Hey Meta. Volume down. Hey Meta. What song is this?
I'm sorry, but I can't identify songs without more information.
Yes, I don't know what that means.
That's weird. What
I know.
more information
what more
does it need?
information does? Yeah.
Do you have to tell it who the song is, and then it can tell you who the song is?
Hey Meta, stop. So, playing music is easy. I mean, especially if you have Apple Music.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Because you said volume down and volume up. Can you jump to a specific volume level like you can on a Alexa?
Good question. Like a bigger increment? I don't know.
Otherwise, it'd be quite annoying.
The other way of doing it is the right temple, which I didn't mention, not temple, the right side.
Very good.
Is actually a touchpad.
Wrong.
And you can, the right prong. And swiping forward, so, hey, oops, hello. Hey, Meta, stop. What I did is once something is playing, if you tap the side once, it starts playing. If you tap it again, it pauses. That's why it started playing again.
So you don't have to use these with voice commands.
Nope, exactly. So swiping away from my ear is volume up, and swiping towards my ear is volume down.
Makes sense.
And then the single tap. So yes, if you want to be able to adjust it without having to keep saying voice commands, you can do so as well. And I find that side works quite well. I haven't had any issues
Now,
with
Corey,
that.
this is all well and good, but let's face it.
Yes.
We've all seen this before. I need something new and exciting.
Okay.
All right.
What do you want?
Well, what I would like you to do is translate in real time a document from another language into English.
Okay, do you have one?
Okay. I just happen to have a selection here, a wide selection, which I have been provided by Jonathan.
We're going to try it. It's supposed to work. Now, can it translate a whole document? I don't know. I know it can translate, like if you point at something, but we're going to give it a whirl and see what happens.
There's some amazing things here. Okay, so I'm going to start off with one. Now, the only downside to this is they do also have English on. So we'll have to see how we get on with it. But here's the first one. This one, do you want me to tell you the language or?
No, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Hey, Meta, look and tell, translate this document. I don't think that'll work. Make sure the right thing.
Maid Marian's Diner offers breakfast and lunch options, including omelets, sandwiches, wraps, hotcakes, French toast, pancakes, burgers, chicken fingers, sausages, bacon, ham, eggs, cereal, coffee, tea, juice, milkshakes, smoothies, desserts. They are open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday and Sunday from 7
I don't know that it's reading any Spanish, is it?
Call them at 902 566
yes, it is.
4641 for more information.
It absolutely is.
Stop. Okay, so it automatically
So it didn't read the whole thing to us, but it did translate the Spanish into English and then give us a summary of what the document was about.
Hey, Meta, are there any pancakes on this menu?
Yes. Maid Marian's Diner has hotcakes and pancakes on their menu.
How much are the pancakes?
The hotcakes at Maid Marian's Diner cost $5.19 each, or you can get a stack of 3 for $8.59. They also offer French toast and pancakes with fruit toppings starting at $6.79. You can check their website, www.maidmariansdinner.com, or call them at 902 566 4641 to confirm.
Can somebody in chat please call them and order? I'm getting hungry.
Hey, Meta, stop. One thing I've noticed with Meta that I find interesting is that when you ask a question like that, it answers it, and holy cow, did it, I mean, it really, answered it. I mean, but then it's almost smart enough, and I think it's walking the line of too much information, but it's smart enough to be like, I
understand what you mean.
Oh my gosh. Hey Meta, stop. But then it also gave me like the phone number, and
I know, because it knew as soon as it told you, you'd be feeling hungry.
And that's what I mean. Like, I find that to be interesting. That's a great example of AI being able to say, hey, you probably want this contact information. But I wonder, like, is that some people might be like, well, that's too much. I didn't want that. I just wanted to know.
You can stop it,
but you can, but I just find that very interesting.
This is why they say, Corey, meta is better.
So, okay, nice. Is there a specific...
no, let's stop on that one.
Okay.
Spanish is too easy.
Okay.
We need a real challenge. What I really want to know, Corey, is what is available from this fine establishment.
Well, okay, can we try something different, though?
Sure. Let me just tell you, according to the Meta website, hey Meta, look and translate this text into English is
the correct term.
Yes.
Anything about, okay, well, the one I want to try is being able to point at a specific menu option and say, so I probably can say look and translate, but how does it know? I got to be able to say what I'm pointing at?
I don't know that. All it says is, hey Meta, look and translate this text into English.
Okay, well, we're going to try this.
Okay.
But I need your help.
Okay.
So on this is a menu, right?
See.
Are there specific, help me point at a specific dish.
You point and I'll tell you that's perfect.
Okay. Hey Meta, look and translate to English what I'm pointing at.
The text in the photo is unclear or not in any languages I currently support, which are English, French, Italian, German, and Spanish.
That's why.
Okay.
That's not going to work.
All right.
So let me take this away. This was Chinese.
Oh, well,
Okay.
jeez Louise. All right,
Let's
can we try
we have
one?
another Spanish one.
Okay, let's try that.
And so let's see what we got here.
Stylized font or
I'm not sure. Oh, this one. Yeah, we'll do that one in just a second here. Thank you. Okay, we're going to use, I think we're going to use Maria's Diner again. Yeah.
Okay.
So, sorry, Maid Marian's Diner.
So I want to point at a specific Spanish.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Hey Meta, look and translate to English what I'm pointing at.
The text you're pointing at says Monday to Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. This is likely the business hours for Maid Marian's Diner.
There you go.
Correct.
Diner appears to be
Hey
open
Meta,
from
stop.
Absolutely correct.
That's pretty cool.
That's
Now,
very cool.
obviously, from a blind perspective,
Yes.
I would know where to point. But from a low vision perspective, you
Yes.
might have enough vision to see what it is and point. Now,
Corey, could we try look and translate this text into English? Because I wonder if it would just read the whole thing
yes,
to you then.
the other thing I want to try too is I'd like to point at English and see, because I don't believe, and we'll get to this, but I don't believe it reads an entire
Right,
document
we
like
haven't managed to get
traditional.
it to do that. Yeah.
But I wonder if you can point even at English. Okay. Hey Meta, look and translate to English.
Maid Marian's Diner offers breakfast and dinner
same thing.
options, including omelets.
Hey Meta, stop. So
Okay.
it seems to like to do a lot of summary. It won't seem to do. Now, let me just try one thing here. Hey Meta, hey Meta, stop. Do we have something in complete English?
Yes, we do.
Okay, let me try that real quick.
Let's
Maid
see.
Marian's
Hey
Diner
Meta, stop. He really wants us to use me. I'm actually
It does
hungry
sound
for
tasty.
hotcakes now.
All right, I believe this one here. Now, this is very poor
I'm glad
print.
to hear that. Maid Marian's
Hey
Diner.
Meta, stop.
This is very poor print. Just bear that in mind.
Hey Meta, look and read.
This appears to be a menu from a
Still a
restaurant.
summary.
It lists various breakfast and dinner options, including sandwiches, platters, omelets,
Hey,
fish
Meta.
cakes.
What appetizers are there?
There are no appetizers listed on the menu.
Oh.
Specials.
Hey Meta, what are the daily specials?
I'm sorry, but I couldn't find information on daily specials at Maid Marian's Diner.
Oh, it's still reading Maid Marian's? How is that happening?
Oh, it is.
Oh, this is Maid Marian's too? But this doesn't say Maid Marian's on it
Hey
anyway.
Meta, stop.
This one says Maid Marian's.
right, but the other one's from the same place.
Oh, this is confusing.
Wow.
Maybe there's logos.
So how did the glasses know that though? Because it doesn't say Maid Marian's on here
Maybe
anywhere.
it's all the address and stuff.
I'm very confused.
So, okay. So
Yes.
let me try. Let's try the look. I want to just try the look and read. Well, yeah.
Well,
for
can
what
we
I'm
try
pointing-
this? Jonathan printed off, and
Okay.
for those who can see, I'm going to hold it up to the camera, a very stylized piece of writing here that OCR would normally have trouble with.
Okay.
So we're going to see whether the Meta can do this.
Hey Meta, look and read.
Mexican Fiesta.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Hey Meta, stop. So, okay.
Yes.
I find it interesting, and I really wish that we could get it to do OCR, and maybe it just doesn't. I mean, it
still
does
think it
OCR,
does.
but I can't get it to. I would like to know how to get it to read top to bottom.
I just don't think it does.
I think you're probably right because it just AI just assumes you want a summary.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I do think that that's somewhere they really, I think that's a missed opportunity.
Are you trying to put Orcal out of business, Corey?
Well, I don't think yeah. Well, anyways.
Anyway.
Because I think there are many times where you would want it, read, especially reading your mail or something like that.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So I mean, I don't know that we're missing something, but
I don't think we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think it's the way it works. It's more designed just to give you an overview, give you a summary, answer questions, but not read from top to bottom.
But I will say, pretty darn impressive, right? Okay, we did a bunch of menus, but think about it. I mean, if you got a piece of mail and it was your cable bill, you could take a picture and just immediately ask, what's my total? All those kind of follow-up questions.
Anybody in the chat, if you still receive a cable bill, please put it in the chat.
I do, from my internet. I don't have cable.
Oh,
but I have
okay, that
internet.
makes sense. I'm talking about the TV portion. All right, Corey, very impressive. Blah de blah de blah. Who cares?
No, that was really cool.
I know it was actually really cool. But what I really want to know, Corey, is can you identify with accuracy some products that I have?
Okay.
And I want you to create a recipe out of them.
Well, I don't know if I can do that. But, ooh, this might be tough. That one's gonna be tough because you don't know which way to hold it.
You don't know which way to hold it. The old shake test.
Pretty sure it's tuna, but. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Hey, Meta, what's in front of me? I'm actually not even sure what the right term is.
I'll do
You are
it.
holding a Lipton Recipe Secrets Onion Soup Mix box.
Amazing.
What is the recipe? There's no recipe. you
Lipton
use it.
Recipe Secrets Onion Soup Mix is a dry mixture that you add to...
Okay. Hey, Meta, stop. I guess you can't talk.
I just want to show this to the camera for people who are able to see the box here because recipe secrets and it's out of
I
focus.
apologize for the confusion. I can provide
Hey, Meta, stop.
Jonathan, if you could just focus in on this packet for a second. It's always tricky doing AI demos when they're listening for you to say things. So the box I'm holding, we're getting a zoom here. The box I'm holding says recipe secrets in a very stylized font. OCR would normally not be able to read that. The rest of the text is kind of, a little easier to read, but even so. Oh, you had it for just a second there. Let's not worry about it too much, Jonathan. I think people get the idea.
I wonder if I can say, hey, Meta, what can I make with this?
You can make a delicious onion soup using Lipton Recipe
That's fair.
Secrets Onion Mix. Just add the contents to water or broth and simmer.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay,
This
next
is one. So I wonder, I want to go into the settings because I wonder if you can turn this listening off because it is sort of annoying me already.
For sure. Yep.
Okay. Now we're going to try one here. So this is going to be interesting because it's a round can. So
It is.
obviously I don't even know at this point. It's either tuna or cat food. They're very similar.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah, okay, here we go. We're just going to try it. And it's very thin, too, so we'll see what it does. Hey, Meta, what's in front of me?
A can of clams is in front of you.
A can of clams.
Okay, it's 100% correct, and I don't know how because the label is off to the left side. So I have no idea how it even knew that.
It has X-ray vision.
It's something weird is going on. I feel like Mark Zuckerberg has a
me try.
drone hovering above us somewhere.
All right, let me try. Now I moved it around.
Okay.
Hey, Meta, what's in front of me? I might even be able to just say, what is this? Oh, we're getting an incoming call.
Let's answer it. Live on the show. Oh.
Can you
Okay.
ask if it is expired?
Ooh.
Hey, Meta, what is this?
This is a can of food.
Okay, that makes sense because you're looking at the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, got it. Okay. Hey, Meta, what is this? Doesn't seem to be retaking a picture. Hey, Meta, what is this?
This is a can of food.
You're still looking at the back.
Yeah, I don't know if it's not retaking a picture. though.
That's weird.
Okay, is that better?
That's the front, yep.
Hey, Meta, what is this? Hey, Meta, what is this?
This is a can of food.
It's
Yeah,
not
so
really
it's
taking a
not.
picture.
I don't think so. That phrase doesn't work. I have to say, hey, Meta, what's in front of me?
There you go.
Hey, Meta, what's in front of me?
There's your picture.
Yeah, okay.
You are holding a can of Snow's wild caught clams.
Oh,
And that time we got more information.
yeah. So, okay, and this is part of what I wanted to learn, like what are phrases that
Yeah.
work. So it's interesting. It must, when I said what is this, it must be pulling it from the previous picture.
Yes.
You know, so that's like a follow-up question versus triggering a new picture.
Now, if we have these next to each other, Corey,
Okay, let's
is there
try.
a recipe that we can make with clams and onion soup?
Oh
Let's
my
find
God,
out.
that's so good. Hey, Meta, what can I make with these ingredients?
You can make a variety of dishes with canned clams, such as clam chowder.
Okay, so
let's
didn't
take
take
one.
another picture. Hey, Meta, stop. So how do I
Well,
get
so
it?
you're gonna have to say what's in front
Maybe
of me.
do that, yeah. Hey, Meta. Hey, Meta. Hey,
You can
Meta.
find
What's in front of me? We'll do two things.
in front of you is a can of tuna and an onion recipe secret
Oh,
box.
now it's a
was wrong.
tuna. Hey, Meta. What's in front of me?
In front of you is a can of tuna.
Oh,
and
no, I
an
won't
onion
redo it.
recipe
Okay, let's try
Oh.
this. Hey, Meta, what can I make with these ingredients?
You can make a tasty tuna and onion dish, such as a salad or sandwich.
Well, I guess that's somewhat true. Hey, Meta, stop. You could mix, if it was tuna, you
Tuna,
could
yeah.
mix some onion mix soup into it for
Indeed.
flavor. Sure.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah, I
Do it with clams,
I
too?
bet you no matter what two things you put up, it's like, you could combine them and make a lovely onion Lucky Charms.
Sprinkled here
Yeah,
on top
exactly.
of the Lucky
But-
Charms.
You know, to be honest, like for me, I could care less about it. Like I wouldn't
Oh,
be
yeah.
as like, but being able to identify things quickly in the kitchen, also
Mm.
very cool.
Jonathan just passed me a test here.
Okay, all right.
He would like you to read this.
Hey, Meta, look and read.
What is now happening with handwriting?
No, it actually says, how is it at reading handwriting?
Let's try one more time.
So not very good.
Hey, Meta. Hey, Meta, look and read.
How's it on meadowlarking?
How is it on metal?
Metalarking. I love metalarking.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Favorite
That,
pastime.
it's either that or you have horrible handwriting. One of the
I
two.
would say it's fairly poor.
No, that's why we're here to test these. things.
Exactly.
All right. So we've done music. Okay.
All right, Corey. Blah, de, blah, de, blah, whatever. It can recognize products.
Should we see if it can recognize this plant
Exactly.
in front of us? So we have. But here's the problem, though.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
what
a,
plant it is. You
it's
don't
a
know
fake
what
plant, so I don't even know that it's going to work.
It's probably
But-
modeled after a
Is
real
it-
one.
yeah,
Oh,
okay.
this one's a real plant, Jonathan says.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Meta, look and tell me what plant this is.
This plant appears to be a type of Dracaena or philodendron.
How do I take care of it?
Keep the plant in a well-lit area. Water it when the soil feels dry to the touch, and fertilize it monthly during growing seasons.
Needs watering.
Thank you very much. All right. Well, that was pretty good.
Now, the problem is, though, we don't know if it's right or not.
I don't know. I'm not about
It sounded right.
Sound good to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I also love that it's general, like, water it if it feels dry. Well, thanks, AI. I would have never thought of that. But that's kind of cool. I guess I could do a quick, like, what's in front of me, like just looking out in the, so
Sure.
I'll turn to the side here. Hey, Meta, what's in front of me?
In front of you is an office space with chairs, tables, and computers.
Hey, Meta, is anyone sitting in the chairs?
No, there are no people sitting in the chairs.
Hey, Meta, how many chairs are there?
There are at least 10 chairs.
That's pretty good.
It's a lot of chairs.
Yeah. So, okay.
Well, okay. Well, Corey,
Yeah.
we have reached the end of our session, and I think we've done a good job of illustrating the varied and many things that the Meta glasses can do. Corey,
Yes.
if you had $399 to spare, would you buy yourself a pair of Meta glasses?
Truthfully, probably not.
Okay.
Only because I always have my phone with me. And, well, so my answer is probably not.
Okay.
But I will say that if I bought anything, these would be at the top of the list.
Okay.
I don't particularly like wearing things on my head all the time. It's funny, I have very, 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 very little vision at all. But whenever I wear glasses or anything, it just totally messes with my little vision I have.
Interesting.
Even though they're clear lenses, like
Yeah.
I can feel and sense the frame, and it just completely throws me off. That's a big part of it. So that's not the glasses' fault whatsoever.
Yeah.
You know, it's just how it is. But I will say that potentially, if we started to see integration with Be My Eyes,
Yes.
or Ira,
Yes.
then that's a very different story.
Yeah.
Then I definitely would, because the hands-free ability of those interpreter apps would be absolutely amazing.
And Corey, all of the assistive technology devices that we look at range in the thousands of dollars.
I know.
And this is $399, and it does a lot of useful things. So I think there's going to be a very good market for these amongst people with vision loss, even if they're not for you yourself personally at the moment, Corey.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a good market there. So yeah, well done to Meta and Ray-Ban, I think.
Yeah, I think the future is bright for these.
Yes,
We might want to
indeed.
get the sunglasses pair.
Hey.
But you know, mobility, being able to ask, hey, if you're walking around, where's the closest
yeah.
subway,
Yeah.
and then get me directions there, and then
Yeah.
they're just feeding right through your glasses. I mean, all that would be really, really good. So.
The future is indeed bright. Jonathan, did anybody figure out what do you call a man who is always prepared for anything?
Boy Scout.
Well, that is true.
I don't see any significant guesses.
Okay. Are there any insignificant guesses?
One person guessed that Punk from an old Star Trek movie that Spock pinches his nerve on the bus when he's playing music too loud.
Oh, yeah, that's in Star Trek number 4. Yeah, I forget.
That's
yeah.
the closest I get to a guess.
That's such
What
a good
about
movie.
Ray
Yeah.
Band?
Oh, no, he's banned.
His name is last name's Band. His
No,
Ray Band.
no, sorry. The answer is Justin Case.
Did you come up with this?
Yes. We were talking about the Ray-Ban case.
I just love, like, it seems at least twice a week.
Yeah.
You just come up with these most random jokes.
we were
or
talking
puns.
about the Ray-Ban
No,
case.
I love it. I'm
dear.
not complaining. I think they are, I think they're great.
I would like a score. Anybody in the chat, please give me a score from 1 to 10. 1 being very poor, 10 being very good, of how you would rate my joke. We don't have to sit and wait for it. People can do it.
I put a lot of ones. There's going to be a lot of numbers in there.
A lot of number ones. Jonathan,
All
did we
right.
have anything else in the chat that was noteworthy or otherwise?
Not right now.
Okay, fair enough. Well, thank you everybody for watching then, and I hope that you have learned something valuable and interesting. And if you would like to purchase your Meta glasses, you can go to Corey,
The internet.
theinternet.com.
Yep, do
Simply go to
a
the
Google search
internet.com.
for Meta glasses, and
Yes.
you'll be able to find. And I'm assuming, yeah, I'm not even-
Ray-Ban.com.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
really quickly. A Giga.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
A
yes,
Giga
yes, yes, yes.
startup company that will be utilizing the Meta glasses to figure out ways to make life more independent for people. It could be through WhatsApp, being able to send pictures and videos to a Giga to have a human description. It might be sighted assistance. So if you are interested in connecting with a Giga and maybe doing some testing, their website was giga.io.
I think that is correct.
Yeah.
Let me just have a quick look here. .io. Yes.
Okay, and a Giga again is AGA.
IGA.
Yes.
Yeah.
So run over to their website, give them a shout out, let them know you came from Tech Connect Live, and potentially you can help them test out a new platform and really have some say on where the technology and company could go.
Actually, it might be a Giga. Yes, sorry. I'm sorry. It's a Giga.ai. I'm sorry.
Oh,
yes,
not
dot
IO.
AI. Yes. Jonathan.
That makes more sense.
We have some commenters asking how these compare to what Apple's been doing. And also some comparisons about how these are so much better than the Envision glasses.
Well, yeah, I don't know that they're better than Envision, but they're certainly a lot cheaper, and the AI stuff is at least as good. So that's something to bear in mind. Now, Apple, that's kind of different though, Corey, because we haven't seen Apple's AI.
And I think it's the Apple. If you're talking the Vision Pro, you're talking a full VR kind of augment,
So that's completely different.
But I will say you're right. I don't think it's fair to compare them to the Envision glasses, although I can see why you'd want to. But remember, you don't get the short text, you don't get the full document, you don't get the object where you can pick an object and scan and find it. So you are getting a lot more. Now, what I'd love to see, to be honest, is I'd love to see Envision ditch the Google Glass and go to the Ray-Bans, because I'll be honest, I just can't stand the Google Glass, but I don't know if they'll go that route. But anyways, both very, very good products, different but good.
That being said, if you are primarily interested in Envision for the AI, the Meta glasses do just as good a job.
Yeah.
So that would be a great choice, I think.
Yeah.
All right, Corey,
Wonderful.
let's play some sound effects. I was just giving people a sneak preview.
Okay.
Oh, I did that one again. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Very much appreciated.
Next week, Thursday.
Next week, Thursday.
Will be a video releasing on blindfold games.
Oh, yes.
Oldie but goodie.
Yeah.
Check it out. And then in
Indeed.
2 weeks, we'll be probably doing another Tech Connect Live. Look out for your email.
Yeah, check your emails. We're kind of figuring out some scheduling at the moment with it. So just check your emails. We will send emails out, no doubt. And everybody have a wonderful couple of weeks. See you all soon.
Oh, I just thought we were rhyming. I'm going to have trout for lunch.
You've never had trout in your entire life.
That's very true. That is true.
All right, everyone. Take it easy. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
Thanks for joining us for another Tech Connect Live. If you enjoyed Corey and Luke's antics, be sure to join us next time. For all things Tech Connect, go to vision-forward.org/techconnect.
My service with Mint has been amazing.